Welcome to Chemistry 1, Unit 1 on matter. We are in Lesson 1 on the properties of matter, video number 3. In this video, we're going to have a little bit more vocab, and we're going to be able to describe matter based on extensive and intensive properties and qualitative versus quantitative. So, extensive and intensive. These terms are based on whether or not a property depends on how much of something is present. So an extensive property depends on the amount of matter, where intensive does not depend on the amount of matter. And we'll come up with an example of each one. So if something depends, a property depends on how much is present, that will be anything that we can measure. So mass or volume or weight would depend on how much matter is present. That would be an extensive property. Intensive, it doesn't matter how much we have. When we describe the property, we could have a big piece or a little piece. So something like color. So if you have a big piece of chalk, it's white, or you have a little piece of chalk, it's still white. It doesn't depend on how much chalk you have, it's just white. The other way that we can separate properties is using the terms qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative simply means that we do not use any numbers. You can think of it as a quality. The word quality is in there. So an example of that could be smell. Quantitative has the word quantity in it. This involves numbers. So if we use numbers to describe a property, it's quantitative. So we can think of quantity. An example of this would be temperature. So we use numbers to describe that property. Over here we use words, no numbers. Quantitative, we use numbers to describe that property.